The galaxy was watching. Across thousands of worlds, screens lit up at the same time. Kings paused their meetings. Soldiers stopped marching. Traders froze mid-deal. This was not normal news. This was a verdict broadcast. A moment history would remember. At the center of the screen stood the alien queen. She sat on a black throne made from star metal, ancient and cold. Her crown was heavy, not with jewels, but with silence. For many years, she had not spoken to the galaxy. Not since the war. Not since she lost her daughter. The galaxy believed the princess was dead. Years ago, during the final battle of the human, Galactic War, the queen's only child had vanished. Her ship was destroyed. Her signal went silent. No body was found. No escape pod. Nothing. The galaxy decided her fate for her. They marked the princess as lost in action. Another name added to the long list of war deaths. The queen never accepted it. But she never denied it either. Today, the Galactic Council spoke for her. A tall counselor stepped forward. His voice echoed through every world. He spoke of peace. Of moving on. Of closing old wounds. He said the war was over, and the past must stay buried. He said the human race was defeated, scattered, broken. Then he said the words everyone expected. The alien princess is confirmed dead. The galaxy nodded. Many felt relief. Some felt nothing at all. War had made death normal. But the queen did not move. Her hands stayed still on the arms of her throne. Her eyes did not blink. Inside her chest, something old and painful twisted. She remembered her daughter's laugh. Her voice. The promise she made to come home. The counselor continued speaking. He praised the council. He praised the galaxy for surviving humanity. That was when it happened. A sharp alarm cut through the broadcast. Red lights flashed behind the queen. Soldiers turned. Guards raised their weapons. The counselor stopped mid-word. Another alarm followed, louder this time. An unknown ship had appeared. It was entering restricted royal space without permission. The galaxy leaned closer to their screens. The ship was small. Scarred. Old. Its metal was rough, burned, repaired again and again. No smooth alien curves. No glowing symbols. No royal design. It was human. The council began shouting. Some called it a mistake. Others called it an attack. Defense fleets powered up across nearby systems. The queen slowly stood. This alone shocked the galaxy more than the ship. She had not stood during a public broadcast in years. The human ship did not fire. It did not flee. It continued forward at slow speed, as if it was not afraid. Then it sent a message. Only one line. Permission to return what you lost. The galaxy exploded with laughter, anger, and fear. Some worlds mocked the message. Others went silent. Humans returning something to the alien queen. A cruel joke. Or madness. The council demanded the ship be destroyed at once. The queen raised one hand. Everything stopped. Her voice was calm, but it carried across the stars. Let it land. The council protested. The guards hesitated. But no one disobeyed her. The human ship descended toward the royal platform. As it landed, the queen felt something she had not felt in years. Hope. And fear. The ship's door began to open. The galaxy held its breath. Because if this was a lie, the queen's rage would burn worlds. And if it was the truth, then the galaxy had been wrong about humanity all along. The war was already lost on that world. Fire burned across the sky. Ships fell like broken stars. The ground shook with every explosion. The battlefield was silent except for screams and metal tearing apart. A single human soldier crawled through the ruins. His armor was cracked. His weapon had no power left. His squad was gone. Every command channel was dead. The evacuation signal had already passed. Any soldier still alive was ordered to retreat or be left behind. He should have left. Instead, he heard a sound. Not human. It was weak. Broken. A soft cry under the noise of war. The soldier followed it through smoke and fire. He found a collapsed alien ship half buried in stone. Its hull was torn open. Inside, wires sparked and steam filled the air. And there she was. The alien queen's daughter. She was injured badly. One arm twisted at the wrong angle. Her armor was shattered. Blood, dark and glowing faintly, covered her side. Her eyes opened when she sensed him. Fear filled them. She expected death. The human froze. He knew who she was. Every soldier did. The alien princess. The symbol of the enemy. Killing her would make him a hero. Leaving her would mean survival. Instead, he dropped his weapon. Slowly. Carefully. He raised his empty hands. "I won't hurt you," he said, though he knew she might not understand the words. She watched him closely. Ready to fight. Too weak to run. The sky shook again. Another explosion. The soldier looked up. Time was gone. He made his choice. He lifted her gently, ignoring the pain in his own body. He carried her away from the wreck. Away from the battlefield. Away from the war. For days, they hid among ruins and caves. The soldier used broken tech and simple tools to treat her wounds. He shared his water. His food. What little he had. Slowly, she lived. Trust did not come fast. But it came. She learned his name. He learned hers. She learned humans were not beasts. He learned the galaxy had lied to both of them. When a human rescue ship finally arrived, hope returned. But it did not last. The soldier contacted command. He explained everything. He asked for help. The answer was cold. Leave the alien behind. They said she was too dangerous. They said the mission came first. They said the war demanded sacrifice. The soldier looked at the princess. She said nothing. She only nodded, ready to be abandoned again. He closed the channel. He stole a small ship that same night. Alarms chased him into space. He was declared a traitor before he left the atmosphere. His name was erased from military records. A bounty followed him across systems. He did not care. For years, they traveled in silence and hiding. The soldier taught her about humanity. About loyalty. About choice. She taught him about her people. About honor. About truth. She grew stronger. Smarter. Harder. No longer a lost princess. She became something more. When the time came, she stood beside him and spoke the words he had waited to hear. "Take me home." The soldier knew what that meant. It meant death or worse. It meant facing the galaxy. He turned the ship toward the Queen's world. Toward judgment. Toward destiny. And the galaxy had no idea what was coming. The human ship rested on the royal platform like a scar from another age. Soldiers surrounded it in perfect lines. Weapons were raised. Defense cannons locked on. One command from the alien queen would turn the ship into dust. Across the galaxy, billions watched in silence. The ship's door did not open at once. Seconds felt like hours. Then steam hissed out, and the metal door slowly lowered. A human stepped forward. He was tall but worn. His armor was old and patched, marked by fire and time. No rank symbols remained. His helmet was gone. His face was calm, but tired. This was not a conqueror. This was not a hero from stories. This was a soldier who had survived too much. He walked forward alone and stopped before the guards. He raised both hands, showing he carried no weapon. The council shouted for his execution. The queen did not speak. Then movement appeared behind the human. A second figure stepped into the light. The galaxy froze. She was alive. The alien princess stood tall, no longer weak or broken. Her armor was not royal. It was practical, shaped by travel and battle. Her eyes were sharp. Focused. Not afraid. For a moment, no one breathed. Then chaos erupted. Some worlds screamed in shock. Others accused the image of being fake. The council panicked. This was impossible. The princess had been declared dead. The queen took one slow step forward. Her hands trembled. The princess looked at her mother, across distance and years of pain. She placed one hand over her chest and bowed, not as a child, but as a warrior. "I am here," she said clearly. "Because a human refused to leave me to die." The human stood beside her, silent. The princess spoke to the galaxy. Her voice was steady, strong, and honest. She told them about the battlefield. About being hunted after the war ended. About being left behind by her own allies. About the lies told in the name of peace. She told them who saved her. Not an army. Not a fleet. One human soldier. She spoke of hiding, of survival, of learning the truth about humanity. She said humans were not weak. They were not cruel by nature. They were loyal beyond reason. They fight for those they choose, she said. Even when the galaxy turns against them. The council tried to cut the feed. It failed. The queen raised her hand again. The princess turned to the human and placed a hand on his arm. "He kept his promise," she said. "He said he would take me home." The queen descended from her throne. Every step echoed across the platform. She stood before the human soldier. He dropped to one knee. "I did not save her for reward," he said simply. "I saved her because it was right." The queen looked at him for a long time. Then she did something no ruler had ever done before. She knelt. The galaxy screamed. The queen placed her forehead against the ground before a human traitor. "My daughter lives because of you," she said. "The galaxy owes you a truth it has hidden too long." The council knew then. The story they controlled was breaking. And the human race was no longer weak, lost, or forgotten. It was returning. With honor. With proof. And with consequences the galaxy was not ready to face. Silence fell heavier than war. The alien queen remained kneeling. Her crown touched the cold stone. Across the galaxy, leaders stared in fear. This moment was impossible. A ruler older than most stars was kneeling before a single human soldier. Slowly, the queen rose. Her face was calm, but her eyes burned with controlled fury. She turned toward the Galactic Council. They stood frozen, knowing power had shifted. "My daughter was declared dead," the queen said. Her voice was soft, yet it reached every world. "Without proof. Without truth. Without my word." The council tried to speak. One stepped forward, shaking. He claimed it was a mistake. A misunderstanding. A decision made during chaos. The princess interrupted him. "No," she said. "It was a choice." She told the galaxy what happened after the war. How the council ordered a cleanup of battle zones. How surviving enemies were erased quietly. How her rescue signal was ignored. She did not fit your piece, the princess said. So you buried me with lies. The council chamber erupted. Accusations flew. Old alliances cracked. Some worlds disconnected in panic. The queen raised her hand. Enough. Her gaze hardened. You feared humans because you could not control them, she said. You feared truth because it exposed your weakness. She turned to the human soldier. You were labeled a traitor, she said. You lost your people, your home, your future. Yet you protected what was not yours to protect. The human said nothing. He only stood straight. The queen faced the galaxy. Today, judgment will be given. Warships entered orbit. Ancient fleets, silent for centuries, awakened. The galaxy realized how close it stood to destruction. But the queen did not order fire. Instead, she spoke law. The Galactic Council was dissolved. Their authority stripped. Their leaders placed under arrest. Those who ordered the lie would face trial under royal law, not council law. Panic spread. One counselor fell to his knees. He begged. He said the galaxy would collapse without them. The queen's answer was cold. Then it deserves to collapse. She turned back to her daughter. Their eyes met. Years of loss passed between them without words. You have changed, the queen said quietly. I had to, the princess replied. The queen nodded. She then addressed the human one final time. Human soldier, she said, you acted without permission, without reward, and without fear. Such acts cannot go unanswered. The guards tensed. The galaxy expected execution. Instead, the queen lowered her head. You are forgiven, she said. And you are honored. Gasps echoed across worlds. The queen declared the human under royal protection. Any world that harmed him would answer to her empire. More than that, she spoke words that rewrote history. Humanity is not our enemy, she said. They were never weak. They were tested, and they passed. The human felt the weight of every eye in the galaxy. The queen stepped back onto her throne. The verdict was complete. But consequences were just beginning. Because when truth finally escaped control, the galaxy would never be the same again. The galaxy did not sleep after the judgment. Across countless worlds, leaders gathered in emergency councils. Old treaties were questioned. Long-held beliefs began to crack. For centuries, the galaxy had agreed on one idea: humans were dangerous, uncontrolled, and expendable. That idea was now broken. And it was broken by one human. The alien queen's decree spread faster than light. The Galactic Council was gone. Their symbols were removed. Their fleets were ordered to stand down. Worlds that once followed them now waited in fear, unsure who would rule next. The queen did not rush. She had waited years in silence. She could wait a little longer. The human soldier was kept under guard, but not as a prisoner. He was given a place within the royal citadel. Clean armor. Warm food. Medical care he had not known in years. Still, he slept lightly. Soldiers did not forget danger so easily. The princess visited him often. They spoke of simple things. Of quiet worlds. Of moments when survival was the only goal. She thanked him again, but he always shook his head. I did what anyone should, he said. She smiled sadly. The galaxy knows now, she replied. Anyone should have helped. But only one did. The queen watched them from afar. She saw how the human never stood above others, never demanded respect. She saw how soldiers from different species began to trust him. How fear slowly turned into curiosity. Humanity had no fleet here. No armies. No threats. Only one man. And yet, the galaxy felt the weight of his presence. At the final assembly, the Queen addressed all known worlds. She spoke of strength, not in weapons, but in choice. She spoke of loyalty that survived loss, exile, and death. She spoke of a species that did not abandon its values, even when the galaxy turned its back. Humans fight for those they protect, she said. Not for power. Not for control. Then she made her final declaration. She named the human soldier guardian of the crown. A title older than empires. A role given only to those who changed history without seeking to. The galaxy reacted with disbelief. A human. A guardian. Of an alien throne. But no one challenged it. Because the Queen's daughter stood beside him. Alive. Strong. Unbroken. Trade routes reopened. Borders shifted. Worlds once hostile to humans began to send messages, not of war, but of contact. Humanity was no longer a rumor of fear. It became a legend of honor. Some worlds still hated humans. Some still feared them. But none could deny the truth. When humans chose someone, they did not let go. The story spread to human space as well. A traitor returned as a legend. A forgotten soldier became a symbol. Young humans heard the tale and felt something new, not pride in power, but pride in character. The human soldier stood once more on the royal platform, this time beside the Queen and her daughter. He looked out at the stars, at a galaxy that once rejected him. He felt no anger. Only peace. The Queen turned to her daughter. The galaxy survived many rulers, she said. But it changed today. The princess nodded. Because the galaxy had learned a lesson it would never forget. You can defeat humans in battle. You can break their fleets. You can scatter their worlds. But if a human gives their word, they will cross the stars. They will face judgment. They will stand alone against the galaxy. And they will not leave you behind. That was how humanity became legend.